SMMA, drop shipping, Amazon FBA, growth partner, all these other business models I'm sure you guys have all heard of before if you are looking into making money online. These were all the business models that I was hearing about and that I was kind of looking into when I first kind of made the decision that I knew I was meant for more. I knew that I was not cut out to work a 9 to 5 the rest of my life. And I knew that I was gonna start an online business. I did social media marketing for a little while. So I did run my own SMMA. I did try to do Amazon FBA. I tried drop shipping as well. I tried a lot of these online, make money online business models, but none of them worked out for me. But the first online virtual make money online business model that worked for me was a combination of sales and agency. So I started a life insurance agency, and that was the first business model that really worked for me. In my first 8 months selling insurance, I made $200,000 as a 19-year-old. What's crazy is that most people have never heard of this business model, and up until recently, it wasn't flashy and it wasn't trendy. Now that more and more young, money-motivated guys like myself are getting into the industry and showcasing the lifestyle that it provides for them, it's becoming more trendy and it's becoming way more flashy. The business model that probably most of you have heard about is the SMMA. So the SMMA business model is pretty simple. You learn how to run Facebook ads, you reach out to business owners and say, hey, would getting more clients help your business? Obviously they're gonna say yes. Then you say, okay, cool. I know how to run Facebook ads. I know how to basically do this whole Facebook ad thing. And so with running Facebook ads, I can bring more customers to you, which is gonna make you more money. For that service that I'm gonna provide you, give me $3,000 to $4,000 a month. And the way that you scale that is that you would just continue to keep reaching out, outreach to more business owners and just get more business owners on retainer. But there are many problems with this business model. You cannot determine how well the actual business owner is gonna operate the business. So what happens is that you can start running Facebook ads for them. You can start getting more clients through the door for them. But if they're not able to close and if they're not able to actually fulfill the service very well, then they're gonna drop off and they're gonna drop you, which means you just lost a client on retainer. Their fulfillment is really hard. And dealing with business owners and them coming to you and, complaining all the time is an absolute nightmare. I actually ran a pretty successful social media marketing agency, but I just hated servicing the clients. I hated working with the business owners, and it was like I was at their foot. You know what I mean? Like, they would call me, they would text me all the freaking time, and they would bug me about the ads and they'd bug me about all these different things, and it just got really annoying. So that's why I just closed it and I just stopped doing it. So for me, and the success that I saw starting my own life insurance agency is that I got my life insurance license and I immediately just started sharing with people what I did now. What's very interesting about the specific life insurance that we sell, and what's very different about us and a lot of other people that have a life insurance agency, is that they just sell term life insurance and final expense, which is very, very simple. It's just, hey, when you die, X amount of dollars is going to get paid out to your wife and children, basically, is what other people are selling. The type of insurance that we do is way more wealth management based, because we're doing cash value life insurance, we're doing infinite banking, we're helping people become their own bank, we're structuring the Rockefeller waterfall method, we're creating generational wealth, which is why I named my agency Enhanced Wealth, because we're helping our clients enhance their wealth through our financial products and services. I am not acting as like a regular life insurance agent. I am marketing myself and I'm telling people that I'm in financial services. I'm not telling them that I'm a life insurance agent, because I'm not just selling them life insurance. I'm actually building out strategic plans for them, and basically I just have my prospects before their clients. I'm asking them what their goals are, what house they want to live in, how much money do they want to have, when do they want to retire, and then I build out a plan for them, and I always figure out how to build the best plan for my client. I blow their mind, and then from there, they always move forward. The more money that they end up putting with us, the more that we make. And so what I started to do is I just started to reach out to everybody that I knew. I was like, hey, I'm in financial services now. Let's sit down. Let's do like a blueprint, right? Let's figure out if I could possibly help you enhance your wealth. And then from there, it just started to grow, right? Network marketing, word of mouth, people are talking to people, getting referrals. Every single client that I helped, I was like, hey, who are 3 to 5 people that could benefit from the same thing that we just did with you? I get a list of 5 people, then from those 5 people, I get them all set up, and then I get a list of 3 to 5 people from those people. And then it just spread like wildfire, right? And I was closing so many deals, I was submitting so much business, I was making great money, right? I mean, at 19 years old, in my first 8 months being in financial services, selling life insurance, I made $200,000. But this is where the agency model comes into play. I got super burnt out and I did not want to sell anymore. Like, I was saying the same pitch. I was structuring the same type of the same type of, blueprint for everybody, right? And I just got burnt out. I was on Zooms all day. I got into business because I wanted time freedom, location freedom, and financial freedom. I had the location freedom, right? I lived in Manhattan for 2 years. I lived in San Diego for a year. I lived in Los Angeles for 2 years. So I had the location freedom. I had the financial freedom. I was making crazy amounts of money. I did not have the time freedom. And the time freedom is what mattered to me the most. So then that is where I truly leaned into the agency side of things. Before, I was just sales, right? And I will teach you guys how to sell insurance. But where this model really trumps every other business model online is that you are building, and I'm going to teach you how to build a virtual life insurance agency. The agency side of things is where it gets extremely powerful, and this is where it differentiates you from just being a regular salesman. You can go sell for anything. Sales is the #1 skill that you should learn. It's the highest monetizable skill that any human being can learn is sales. I believe that through and through. But when you can learn how to sell and then you build out an agency and build an army of people under you to go sell alongside you, bro, the amount of money you make, the time freedom that you get, like, for example, I got 58 sales reps that sell for me. 58 sales reps that sell for me. Now, I have 58 people that all know how to sell, that are all selling for the Enhanced Wealth Agency. It's so duplicatable. It's so scalable. I tell my agents all the time, you're not in financial services. If you're in financial services, you would just sell forever. You would sell to survive for the rest of your life. You're not in financial services. You're in the distribution of financial services, right? So you're building as big of an agency as you can possibly build so that you have the most active agents in the field selling for you, and all of that production is coming to your agency, and you're getting paid for that. You're getting paid very well for that. You're basically getting paid to be the trainer and to be the mentor. You're mentoring these guys because most people that come into this, they don't have a business mindset. They don't have an entrepreneurial mindset. They have a W-2 mindset. They have the indoctrinated mindset that the schooling system put them in. So you have 2 main jobs. Your first main job is to break all their old beliefs, completely change their mindset. Then you teach them how to sell, and you teach them how to talk to people. You teach them communication skills, and then you teach them how to market themselves and how to go build out their own agency. Now for me, I have 58 sales reps, right? I have 58 licensed life insurance agents on my sales team right now. But here's the thing, I have 58 agencies within my agency. You know what's crazy? Is that only about 10 to 12 of the people I personally brought on the sales team. Out of those 10 to 12 people that I personally brought into my sales team, those 10 to 12 guys, they went and they got people because they want the same thing that I got, right? They want that time freedom. They want that location freedom. They want the financial freedom. If they just come onto my sales team and just sell, they're going to be the same way that I was at first. They're only going to have financial freedom, and they're only going to have the location freedom. They're not going to have they're not going to have the time freedom. The whole reason why we're getting into business, right, is to do whatever the fuck we want. I teach you guys how to do all that stuff. I don't sell a course. I don't I don't sell coaching. This is the best business model for this reason. This is the absolute best business model. It is the most scalable. The only upfront cost is the cost that you got to pay to get your license. And that's state by state, right? Some states are a little bit more expensive. Some states are cheap. Like in Texas, it's like $40. In other states, it's a little bit more expensive. Like I say, like California is a little bit more expensive than I say like Texas, right? But here's the deal is you can get anybody into this business model and then they're gonna want those 3 freedoms. So because they're gonna want the 3 freedoms, if you don't have time freedom, if you don't have location freedom, if you don't have financial freedom, you're a modern day slave. You're a modern day slave. The American dream of going to school, getting a degree, working a job until you're 65 and then retiring is indoctrination free to be a slave, to be a modern day slave. None of you watching this wants to be a modern day slave. I know you don't, which is why you're watching this video. If you want the time freedom, the location freedom, the financial freedom, I'm gonna teach you how to sell. So many of you guys have stinking thinking because of the way that the schooling system has indoctrinated you to think. Small-minded. The number one thing you're gonna do is change your mindset, and you're gonna learn how to sell, and then you're gonna learn how to build an agency so that you can have that time freedom as well. Now think about how much I'm making per month. It's all passive because I brought on 10 to 12 guys, something around that, maybe 15, maybe 9 people. And then from there, they went and built out their own agencies as well. So now, adding up everybody's agency within my agency, 58 people currently, and forever growing, forever growing. My passive income will continue to grow, continue to scale, all these things. The other business models you're limited to if you're doing anything e-commerce. Imagine all the money that goes into the development, the research of figuring out what products you're gonna sell. And then the fact that these products are think about all the money that people made when fidget spinners were like legit, and then no one gives a shit about fidget spinners anymore. What happened to that, right? That e-com store ain't doing shit now. All the money that goes into buying the supply, or all the money that goes into the development of white labeling it, like with Amazon FBA. Dude, I spent like $5,000 with Amazon FBA and it made no money. Because I had to talk to these Chinese manufacturers. I had to create the LLC because Amazon FBA wants to see the LLC. I had to create a name. I had to buy domains. I had to have them send me examples of the actual product with my white labeled stuff on it. All the money that goes into these, there's very, 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 very little upfront cost. The cost to get licensed, bro. And then from there, you have an unlimited income potential after that. This business model is absolutely unmatched and it's the most scalable. Everybody needs financial services. There will never be a time where people won't need insurance anymore. There will never be a time where people don't need help optimizing or enhancing their wealth. Now, those are just like random pros of the business model, and I didn't even really go into this video is not even like structured. I'm just ripping right now. Some of the cons. Dude, the cons are that this isn't meant for everybody. This is hard. Sales is hard. Being an entrepreneur is hard. It's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would be driving a Lambo. Everybody would be making $40,000, $50,000 a month. Everybody would be leading a team. Being a leader, being a mentor, and being a trainer is hard. It's very hard. But when you get it down, when you get it right and you make it work, the money, dude, the fulfillment, bro. Like, it's cool making a ton of money. You know what's even cooler? Bringing people on that have a dream and they tell you what their dreams and what their goals and everything they want to do, and then you help them go do it. The look on your agent's face when they get their first $10,000 check, when they get their first $5,000 commission, when they get their first $2,000 commission, when they do their first $20,000 a month, the fulfillment that you feel, unmatched. There's nothing better in the world than that. That's why I'm sharing this opportunity with you guys. Like, I would be selfish not to share this opportunity with people. This has completely changed my life. I was a welder, busting my ass, getting home, blowing my nose, and a ton of black soot was coming out of my nose. I was coughing up black shit because I was cutting metal, welding metal, all that stuff. I was working as a server too. Now I travel wherever the hell I want. This is the first time I've been home in 2 months. I've been traveling for 2 months straight, making a ton of money passively, feeling amazing because I'm getting a ton of potential, you guys, agents, or the agents on my team, they're all making money. They're all ripping. It's the best business model through and through. I'm gonna make a future video where it's way more like structured and I'm comparing every single business model and stacking them against each other, and you guys are gonna see it. If you guys don't see it, like, you guys hear the conviction in my voice about how this has completely changed my life. I'm 23 years old now. I've lived in Manhattan. I lived 4 blocks away from the Empire State Building for 2 years. Best 2 years of my life was when I lived in New York. I love New York. I'm about to move to Miami now. I've lived in Los Angeles for 2 years. It was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. I love LA. San Diego was even better somehow. San Diego is like the more chill, clean version of LA, and it was amazing. I'm gonna put a link in the bio, in the description of this video. I'm gonna open up my calendar for you guys to book one-on-one interviews with me. I'm gonna let you guys book an interview with me if you think that you got what it takes to get into sales, to build an agency, and if you truly wanna create your own reality, if you truly wanna take control of your life, if you truly want time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom, book an interview with me. I'll interview you. I'll see if we have synergy. I'll see if I want to work with you. We'll see if I think that you'd be a good fit for this and if you're really going to go all in. If I can tell that you're going to go all in, you're going to put everything into this and you're going to make it work, we're going to work together and we're going to make a lot of money together. Link in the description. Let's get after it.